Hello Waypoint Partners, my name is Tim Cole and we are producing another 10 in 10 video for you, 10 good ideas in 10 minutes or less. And the topic of this video is 10 summertime ideas that churches are planning for this summer that they probably weren't doing last summer. And now that Easter is over, I'm hoping that one or two or even more of these events might be interesting for you to consider planning for your summer activities. And so I want to jump right in, but also invite you to go to our YouTube channel, the Waypoint Church Partners YouTube, and there are playlists on that, including all the 10 in 10 videos we've done in the past. Many of them are still relevant today. But I want to dive right in and start with some really good ideas that we've gotten from partners like you all over the region. Mark Overton from Central Christian Church near Bristol told us that they are having church picnics this summer, which I think is ideal for the COVID season that's still lingering on, because people can distance as far as they want to. The food is handled by your own food potentially, or collective food if you want. The interesting thing I think is hilarious is depending on how the governor of their state changes the phase of the COVID season they're in, that they're going to have a mask burning party, kind of like a bonfire, and I think that's hilarious. Jerry Kelly from Roanoke told us that they are really ramping up their local missions this summer, because right now all the short-term mission trips to international sites are kind of off the table until travel restrictions ease up in some of those other areas around the world. And so working with the Pregnancy Crisis Center, nursing homes, the rescue mission, things like that, that they're going even more overboard on those kind of events this summer to replace the short-term mission trips that they might have taken. Samantha Mitchell at Waypoint Church Plant Journey Christian Church in Midlothian said that they are planning a prom for their high school seniors. They have about 20 seniors in their youth group, and their schools this year are having virtual prom for whatever that is. And so they decided for this really important event in a teenager's life that they've got a space in their building that is just for teens. The garage doors pull up, and so they're going to have a disco ball and a DJ, fun games to have. That kind of reminds me of the last scene in the movie Footloose, when all the seniors come together for their own prom event. So I think that's a great idea. Alan Jesse in Bristol said that they are choosing to do day camps this year at their building rather than sending their kids to week-long overnight camps at church camp. And so they are having Bible study in the morning, and then lunch, and then fun activities in the afternoon, like going to a lake or a hike, or kayaks or water games, things like that. So I think that's a great idea when your church camps aren't a good option for you yet this summer. Shannon McCready, the church planter at our church plant Mountainside in Boone, North Carolina, is continuing to do what he's done since launch, I think, which is movies in the park, outdoor movies in the park on a Friday night. You send out promotional material to all of your community, and the folks just come to the park. There's plenty of distancing available for that, and fun family movies in the park on a Friday or a Saturday night. Justin Wallace at One Life Church Concord near Charlotte, another one of Waypoint's plants, has an ice cream truck that they are taking around to surrounding neighborhoods, giving away free ice cream, which is a great idea. That social distancing, obviously you can stand in line at the distance that you need to, and just have a really good community impact. There's other churches in our region that do that, like First Christian Church Ministries in Kernersville. Even our new church that's yet to open, which is the Canvas Church in Goldsboro, North Carolina, has a similar idea. It's a great idea that you may want to consider, not only for this summer, but for every summer. Scott Holter at the Catalyst Church, another Waypoint plant that's in High Point, North Carolina, said that they're really ramping up their online activities this summer, just like last summer, but people are more adept at it this summer. So online discipleship groups, online small groups, they're really following the lead from this great resource that many of our guys have talked about, this book by Nona Jones called From Social Media to Social Ministry. So how to use your social media to drive the ministry at your church. So I think that's a great idea. Justin Wallace at One Life Church in Concord also told us that he's going to be having an outdoor baby dedication, where normally all your family members would cram into a special service on a Sunday morning, but they're going to do that outdoors this summer and invite all the family members to come to that. I think that's a great idea. the current Christian church, friends of ours that are in Papamoa, New Zealand. So not exactly in the Waypoint region, but friends of ours nonetheless responded, and they are having what they call Meet Your Neighbor picnics, and it's something they've done since they launched 3 years ago. Rather than just having a picnic for your people, their area is rapidly growing, and so they go around in a very small area and say, hey, on Friday night at the little park right in our neighborhood, we're going to have a Meet Your Neighbor picnic. And so people that are new to the area, haven't met their neighbors yet, they'll come out, and the church becomes the glue, the conduit by which neighborhood connections happen. And I love that idea, and our church has actually gone over there on a mission trip and helped them to execute and pull off some of their Meet Your Neighbor picnics. Dave McCants at the Two Rivers Church in New Bern, North Carolina, talked about what's really an old school idea, but they're redoing it this summer. It's kind of like Vacation Bible School, but just on Wednesday nights throughout the summer. So for 10 weeks, they're doing kind of a VBS, but a family meal together. Then the adults are going in the main room for a teaching based on that series on TV called Chosen, about the life of Jesus. And they're going to have discussions about that while the kids go to their classes for an hour and a half. And so I think that's a great idea to bring people together on your campus in the summer when the evenings are great to get out as a family. And so I think I caught all 10 right there. So we hope that you're going to have some great ideas for things that you can do this summer, not to take the summer off, but to really gain momentum into the fall, which I believe is going to be one of the biggest opportunities for ministry in the last generation or two. As the summer winds down, people go back to school and back to work, and I think people are going to be ready to go back to church as well. So we hope that you love these ideas, and check out our YouTube channel for other great ideas that you can get about driving your ministry. At Waypoint, we hope to help you get on mission and stay on mission.